All right, bro. What did you want me?
Here,
Why'd you call me over here?
dude,
What's up?
All right, dude. There's something going on right here with this wall. Okay.
What do you, dude? What do you mean?
Look, watch the pen, okay?
What are you talking about? Whoa, 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 whoa! Where'd it go?
You gotta trust me.
No.
What? Just trust me, dude.
What do you mean trust
Come
you?
right here, man. Come on.
No. No, I'm leaving. This is freaking me out. No.
Fine.
Adrian? 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 What the? Where am I? Oh, an exit. Adrian. Jack? Jack, you in here? Oh. Jack, is that you? Where are we? Jack? Jack. Oh.
What's up, our popcorn and pixels? We just got back from seeing Backrooms. Let's talk about it.
So I saw this movie twice, actually. I didn't see it the first time with him. I saw it the first time with my girlfriend. Then literally the next day I saw it with him. So I think, yeah.
All right,
You want to go first?
Yes, we should talk about the biggest thing that we both experienced. And since we didn't see it together,
Okay.
it happened to the
Both
same,
of us.
Both of us.
And
dude.
I think getting it out early might help other people feel that way. So
Yeah.
the first time I saw it, the first 2 acts of the movie, I loved it. I thought it was freaky. It was perfectly made. It was everything I was wanting. And then after that, like, huge scene where, spoiler warning, obviously, guys, that huge scene where the entity takes Bobby, I think that's his name, and like they're all running, and like he finds the girl, and he's like, I can't see you, and then like the thing picks up the camera, and then it cuts. After that, only the first time, I was like, okay, and then as the movie went on, I was just like, I was like, seeing the entity was just, at the time I didn't know what it was, but it just was like a dumb looking Clark. Like, I was like, okay. Yeah. And then it ended like abruptly, and I was like, maybe I don't know if I like this movie.
And when we both left, and like I said, we experienced the same thing. I left this theater. I'm just sitting there, and Adrian's like, what'd you think? And I'm like, give me a minute. 10 minutes go by. What'd you think? Just give me a second. Like 3 hours go by. Dude, what did you think? I don't know. Like, I was so lost. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand why it ended. I didn't understand why the entity looked like that. I didn't understand a bunch of things in the movie. All it takes is 1 or 2 a little bit of lore videos. Once I understood what everything means and how it all goes together, dude, this movie was amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
I bumped it up to an 8.5.
Yes.
For me. Yeah.
Before I saw it, I was like, dude, this is like I couldn't even rate it. I was like, I don't even know how to feel about it. And then it bumped up to like a 8 or 9. I was like, dude, this is really well written.
And I think the important thing here is neither him nor I really knew anything about the Backrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I know you played like the Roblox games
and the Rec Room games.
And the Rec Room games. I didn't do any of that. All I knew were like some of those edits on TikTok. So like legit, I didn't know a single thing, nothing about the lore, about like anything. So like seeing the movie, I didn't know what async was. I didn't know what the entities were. I didn't know what still life was. I didn't know how it worked. Like I thought the whole time the only entity was like that weird wire looking thing.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't know anything about like the async, that's the company in there. I didn't understand, like, I literally had no idea anything about the backroom. So this movie was honestly my first introduction. And so for me, I just had like a level of disappointment just because like I didn't know. I was so like I thought the pirate guy was weird. I was like,
Yeah.
hmm. I was like, I don't think I liked him. But then after figuring out what he was, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. And him and me had like the similar realization. I watched like hour-long
Yeah, dude,
videos.
I
He watched
watched-
like some TikToks.
Dude, I watched like a bunch of TikToks. So I just want to dive into like everything that we found out afterwards. I'm gonna go over my like favorite one,
Okay.
and then we can just keep diving in, dude. My favorite thing that I found out after looking up videos was that Async is a company that made what was it cat scanners,
Yeah.
cat scanners, yeah, for like hospitals and stuff. And then that's what created the Backrooms.
Well, they didn't create it. They like
That's
they,
what like
linked it
yeah.
together. Yeah.
That's but that's why the people you see in there like have multiple eyes, multiple mouths, or whatever. What are those things called? The still,
Still
lives.
life,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why they have multiple things. That's why every time you see the back rooms, they're going down levels because it's scanning, and that's why the entity was Clark as a pirate because the backrooms is constantly scanning our reality and taking what it sees and bringing it in. And I thought that was insanely cool. It started with them linking it with the cat scans, and then that's what the backroom does. It scans things, and it just remembers, like Clark said. I thought that was so
Yeah.
cool, dude.
And for me, like figuring out more about, I think my favorite thing was like the idea of that, like the reason that his still life was so monstrous was because it was the darkest and most evil parts of him.
Yeah.
And like we come to learn that like he wasn't the greatest person. How easily he snapped once he was in there, like killing that girl, and like willing to like turn and eat the people. And like one thing a lot of people I've heard complain about is like his turn to madness was way too fast.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. However, once I actually like huge shout out to Wendigoon, not a huge shout out, but Wendigoon's videos on the Backrooms is what helped me understand it so much. And where I'm going with this is like time works very differently in the Backrooms. So, like um in one of Kane Pixel's YouTube videos, it was literally like when he goes in the back room, it takes place in 1994 or not in 1994, before 1990.
Yeah.
And he sees a flyer from China in 2022. And that was unintentional to show like the Backrooms has a different way of showing time. Like there's this one of the async agents in like the backroom lore, he goes missing for 2 months, but to him, he was only gone for like a little bit, and when he comes back, he's like completely lost his mind basically. So with Clark's going in there, for it was obviously a bit of a time jump because once the therapist goes there, there's like the stores closed down, there's like envelopes, so it was a bit of time in the real world, but especially in the back rooms, or it's called the back rooms. Of course, it's gonna be way longer for Clark in there,
And that
so
whole
he
pile-
could have lost his mind.
The whole
yeah.
pile in front of the entrance was like all cleared out too, and he already made like his way in there, dude. And he painted that whole mural
Yeah.
on that one wall. So it was
And
a while.
he obviously built a relationship with the
Entity.
still life, or the pirate Clark is what people call him in this movie.
And then let's talk about my favorite section, I guess you could say, of the movie is when she's tied up and they're in that like living room or whatever. Let's break out, dude. We gotta break down that scene because there's so
and that's
much
the
to
scene
unwrap.
most people hate there too.
What?
Because people are like they're like, oh, his change didn't make sense, and like I didn't like the reveal of the entity and all that stuff. So yeah, I think this is a great scene.
Yes.
To
Let's
to
break this down. First,
let me break it down for you, Mark.
let's break it down for you. Anyways, we literally just start and we see her tied up and we see how many, like 5 people in the room. One of them standing behind
Three.
Clark. Three,
Yeah,
yeah, three.
the redhead.
One sitting in the back of the room. We have that fat guy sitting at the table with them, and then we have a little kid in a little guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, and then they start talking. What we found out also was that the girl with the red hair is Clark's wife.
It's like a huge theory, but like basically, yeah. I think it is.
And one thing Adrian told me, or one thing I have told Adrian that I noticed is that the still lifes in the back rooms, he said, Clark himself said they don't feel anything, they don't do anything, they don't fear anything, and they're just there. They just exist. And I was pointing it out to Adrian, when the pirate Clark walks into the room, the girl with the red hair runs to the corner and is trying to escape. And I asked Adrian after the movie, I was like, I thought they weren't scared of anything. And then once we deep dove into it, dude, we found out that the theory is that that's Clark's wife, and that's why he's scared of Pirate Clark, is because she's his wife, and
It's the
we-
darkest parts of him, and
Yeah.
like he may have been abusive, especially with like him getting kicked out and being an
because
alcoholic.
we see the therapist, like the way that he talks to the therapist, he makes it seem like she's the bad guy, but then in reality we find out he's actually the one that does all the bad with the drinking.
And he just wasn't willing, like she said, to take responsibility for
Mhm.
anything. Bro's just like the Deep.
He has
No.
And then another thing I love in that sequence is when they're having that long talk at the table, she finally says, "It's you. It's always been you. It's your fault. You never take any responsibility." Blah blah blah. That's when they decide to bring the entity in. And did you? I don't know if you. did you-
What I saw there is like the reason entity, or I'm just gonna call him Pirate Clark because I don't like
Yeah.
calling it an entity because it's a still life. It's
Yeah.
different than the bacteria.
Mhm.
And why he bit into Clark was like because Clark was finally willing to embrace and like change in his mind because like right before he's like, what if I don't want to change? And then he realized, and then like the Pirate Clark was like didn't like that he was.
Yeah, the pirate Clark is bad, and he only started attacking all these other and killing all the other people because he wanted to destroy what was bad. But he didn't kill Clark at first because Clark is him, and they're both just equally as bad in the brain, I guess you could say. But then once Clark started realizing that, oh, it is my fault, then the entity saw him as bad because he's like, no, it's not your fault. We are like, that's not how we should be thinking, and that's why he killed him. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
And then
It's
he
so-
obviously went after the therapist because like in Clark's mind he didn't like the therapist for
Mhm.
calling him out.
Yeah,
before
so then
that,
that's
so.
why it started killing him, and I was like, oh, that sequence was just so amazing because then
Mm.
it's freaky too, dude. Like he just starts cutting that guy and then eating him. I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
what is going on, dude?
And there's a bunch of different still life because from what I found from Wendigoon is like what the Backrooms is trying to do is like obviously I love the way the movie described like telling someone what a dog looks like
Mhm.
and they try to draw without ever seeing it.
Yeah,
And it's perfectly shown because like one of the Backroom videos they like go above the floor panels and like while everything inside looks like a house that would work like it's lights above it, there's no like wiring for how the lights would work. So like the Backrooms doesn't know how things work. It's just taking like the surface level of things
Mhm.
and it's remembering it all wrong, and that's why everything's so weird and freaky in there.
Dude,
And that's why
yeah.
the still lifes are so distorted is because it's the Backrooms version of trying to replicate human life,
Yeah.
but it doesn't know how. And gosh, I just want to keep talking about like his YouTube stuff outside of the movie because
Yeah.
it makes make more sense. One of the still lifes in the thing that runs after one of the people in like found footage in the YouTube series, it like tries mimicking human behavior but doesn't know how. So like when the guy's trying to run away from it, he like closes a door. Into the still life, he doesn't know how humans react, but he knows like when humans go to doors, they knock on it. So like instead of just breaking through, it just like knocks, like trying to
Yeah.
like let me in, you know. And like that to me is scary because like it doesn't know how to act human, but it's trying to.
Yeah, dude. The way that this movie like made things work, I guess you could say, like was so like brilliant to me. I love the way they described everything. And like you said, after like rethinking it, I think I liked all three acts, to be honest.
Me too, especially on the rewatch and understanding it. I was like, this is so much
Yeah,
better
the girl,
than
the,
you, bro.
the whole the whole end of the movie being like all about her, I like a lot. I never hated it. At first, I was like, why is it just switching? But then I understood it more, and I was like, dude. And I remember hearing a theory or seeing a video about remember when she goes and she sees the mural, and then
Of
Clark
Pirate
is
Clark?
hiding.
Oh yeah.
It's all he's hiding because I forgot what the video said, but he was like hiding because he sees her as like scary or whatever. The way the video described it was way better, but just
I have no idea what Bro's trying to say.
because Clark starts acting way different once he's been in there for a while, and just the way he responds to things got different, and that's why he was hiding from her, and that's why he was acting so different. But the way they just made this was so amazing, and I loved it. Was a perfect level of creepy. The beginning was my favorite part, dude.
More than the second.
Okay, one of my favorite
Dude,
parts.
Oh my
But like
gosh,
the
bro.
way I love how the whole thing is just in the old VHS view, and then it's the chase scene. Oh, I loved it.
And do you want to know in lore, like when things take place? This is the latest in like the history of the timeline.
Yeah.
So, like all the YouTube stuff ends in like May of 1989, and this movie takes place in 1990, June of
Ooh.
1990. So this is the furthest, like in our time, we've seen of the Backrooms universe.
Oh wow, dude, that's crazy. I
Mhm.
literally love everything that they did with this
Nope.
movie, to be honest.
And I think the second half, when like, or like during the second act, when Clark brings his workers in there, dude, that part of the movie is so freaking good, bro.
it's freaky.
It's
bro.
the scariest part. The scariest the movie is,
Yes,
dude. It's
'Cause
genuinely
we have-
amazing, bro.
it goes from like them just going down there, and then we see him literally just get dragged through the door, and I was
Yeah.
like, ugh.
And like first one's like, oh, he just sees it and like the flicker. He's like, bring me up, bring me up. And like he just gets pulled down, and like they all fall down there, and all you see is his lifeless body get dragged through the door. Dude, that was terrifying.
freaky.
And then like The Christmas room was genuinely that was because I'd already seen it, so I was waiting for his
I
reaction.
was literally sitting at the theater just like this, bro. And
Because
then
I wanted to see his reaction to that scene so
I was
bad.
scared it was gonna be a jump scare, but it was more of just like a
Because there wasn't a jump scare there. Like he's like hello, and then the girl's like there wasn't even like a loud scream. It was just like legit
it's like
horror.
I'm literally getting chills from it. Dude. Like
Oh, you actually have goosebumps, dude. That's crazy.
like just the way they
What?
like made it like
Bro,
it's
actually has
not like it's
goosebumps.
not like in your face. It literally just slowly happens, and I was like, because like you walk in the Christmas room, just a dark room with barely any light in the middle. These people are like melted into the floors. That's another thing I like. How everything was like melt
Wait,
like
bro.
halfway.
I
through.
have something to say on that. I'll let you finish your point though.
But another thing I loved about how the CAT scans the way every. Let me
Today, Junior.
let me the way everything was like halfway through the floor is because like it's scanning in but then like stopping, I guess, if that makes sense.
I have another thing I'll say on that after that can make sense.
But yeah,
I think.
when I saw the people and then I'm sitting in the theater, so he goes around the Christmas tree and I just see a figure and then Adrian's like looking at me and I'm like, I don't see anything. And then when I saw like a little thing move and then the light turned on and then that's when I was like, oh.
And then even when he was running through the restroom, like the way the lights were looking, it just looked freaky, bro.
And it just makes it look even freakier that it's on like that old film.
Yes, bro.
Ugh.
All right, so what I was gonna say, attributing again to Windigan. He's really the only videos I was watching, bro, because he has a 1 hour one, then a 3 hour and 50-minute one, and I watch both of them. So like in my mind, it's all fresh. So his thing is like in the YouTube series, there's a lot of times that there's like green lights happening and like crackling and like doing something, but we don't know what it is. And his theory is that that's the Backrooms creating something new when a human's there. Because when people clip in, they're like they know clip and they're there. Like the Backrooms, it usually creates stuff similar to them. So that's why when Clark was there, was a lot of it was like his pirate stuff. And in one of the last one that's called found footage number 3 on YouTube. One of the guys in his apartment before he goes in, he has a drum set. And when he no clips, he goes walking around, he's in an apartment, and then there's a drum set there where he's at in the back room. And Windigoon's like, I think the back room kind of creates stuff where you're at. So like
That's
like
why there's so much
it
furniture
does
there.
stuff so fast though. So like one of the things is when async is going, they go into a room where someone was already there, but that green light happened, and when they go back there, the room's distorted and melted.
Yeah.
So his theory is like, it's not like a computer, but like it's trying to make stuff so fast, only for us. So it's like rendering it for when we get there, but when people stop going there, it gives up on trying to create it for us. So that's his thing, and like and then the melting people, he says, is either dead people or the Backrooms creating more still life because they're like being birthed from the floor.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, I know.
Oof, that's freaky,
Dude,
bro.
I know.
Oh.
I've actually like fallen in love with the Backrooms after this movie.
Yes, dude.
bro.
It's so generally that just proves that like us as like nerds can just do whatever. A simple picture can turn into a freaking
He's
movie
18,
game.
I'm 17. The guy Kane Parson, who directed this, is 20, bro.
He's a 20-year-old director, dude. That's insane.
The movie it came out Friday, dude. It's already at 120 million in the box office. That's more than Obsession made already.
Yeah, Obsession was a great movie too. Bro.
Yeah,
you guys. should go
Obsession
see it.
is another amazing horror movie.
Dude. Right now, at a point in the year, we're like almost halfway through. We're both at a point where like, dude, this might be one of the best movies we've seen all year, dude.
Both of them, both from Obsession and Backrooms, for me are absolutely.
I like it better than
What else have we seen?
I haven't seen Hail Mary yet, but you. How do you feel about compared to Hail Mary? How do you compare these two movies, bro?
I think they're all really.
They're all like in the same.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more coming. There's Supergirl. There's Doomsday.
I
there's
think
Dune,
these are gonna stay in there, especially Obsession, bro.
I don't know, dude. I think generally my top 5 is gonna be.
Bro, we got to save that for the end of the year.
But yeah, bro. This movie was amazing, dude. The way they describe it and everything. And they leave it. Even if they didn't leave it on a cliffhanger, they could make so many movies about this.
But he definitely is going to make a sequel.
Yeah. One of my least favorite things is when people are like, dude, I hate that this movie isn't like the video games. It doesn't have like all the levels and it doesn't have all the secret
not
lore.
Kane
And I'm like,
Parsons.
dude, that's not what it's like. You guys don't understand the point of the movie. It's his own background.
Yeah, also, all those levels and different entities, those aren't Kane Parsons. That's like, it's called, it's like a wiki fandom. So it's like, it's a different idea of the Backrooms. So there's Kane Parsons, and then there's the wiki fandom. And the wiki fandom is the one that's all over TikTok. So like, people just didn't know the difference. So they like blend them in their head.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I thought all those levels and stuff were going to be in there.
Yeah.
but it's not. Those aren't his. Those aren't his.
But they did
things.
have like the pool room.
Yeah,
though.
but, like,
that was
be-
kind of similar to
yeah.
a different level. But
Yeah, but
another random part of the movie that I thought was kind of freaky was when. Do you remember when they're like they're looking behind the stop sign and there's just a hand in the corner? You didn't see that, dude? There's like it's after like the second or first chase scene. After the two kids that after both his coworkers are die and he runs out and he goes through the wall and he's running away. It pans out to the when he first walks in. You know how there was a stop sign at the end. It
it's
pans
like backwards and it
Mhm.
says pots.
yeah. How it pans back to it, just showing the stop sign, and there's just a human hand laying in the corner. You didn't see that?
No, I saw a dead async agent though, like in the hazmat suit, laying on the floor. I saw
No.
that. No, I saw.
There was like a human hand just sitting in that. It was behind. It was. I don't know if you. I can't believe you missed
Dang,
that. That was
bro.
freaky too.
The one thing that I thought the first time I saw it, everyone, even on you, I looked more. It is just the head of the cardboard cutout, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I legit thought for a
Speaking
second
of that cardboard cutout, that thing throughout the movie was freaky.
Okay,
dude.
I
And you
can-
know what
yeah,
that? Do you know what that is? Do you know what the film it is talking about? I found that. I found this out.
It's the audio playing.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of different languages saying hi.
Yeah, but did you know? Oh, dude, I saw a video where that is the, a clip like this in real life.
Oh yeah,
That's-
that they sent in space.
into space.
Yeah, because it's saying hi in a bunch of different languages.
that's crazy.
Because as of this point in time, Async not too long ago found out about there being entities in the Backrooms. So like while this movie takes place the latest in the timeline, the reason they're doing that is because not too long ago they found entities like coming closer to what they call the threshold, trying to get into our world. Like they're
yeah.
getting closer. And they closed it off, but they're trying to like figure it out too. I'm getting goosebumps the more I think of this movie.
Oh, this movie's so peak,
Uh,
bro. I want more, dude. I feel like I didn't get enough.
Then watch. He has 30. Dude, one of the short films on YouTube is 45 minutes that he made.
Yeah, I know. I need to.
He has
start
30
grinding.
videos, bro.
Yeah, I know. I gotta watch them all. But dude, I want more, dude. It's such an amazing movie. If you guys,
If you guys haven't seen it, go
if
see
you
it.
guys are hesitant about it, like just
Because
go
it's getting
see
a
it.
lot of hate right now.
Yeah, which is so unnecessary in my opinion. Like genuinely,
What is up with us liking movies that a lot of people don't like, bro?
and then what is us with hating things that everyone else likes, bro?
Everyone hates that ending, bro.
I know a lot of people that like it, bro. Like the numbskulls that like it. Yeah, bro. I give this movie low-key even just more I watch videos about it now. I think it might be even like a 9 or like
8.5
maybe
for me.
even like I don't know. A 9 is so it has to be a 9 for me, dude.
8.5.
Do you have anything else to say about it? Because genuinely this.
Go watch and go support his YouTube. If you guys want more Backrooms, like I showed this guy, there is a bunch of videos on YouTube. He has a playlist. Like if you search up Kane Pixels on YouTube, show his account, and the thing right under is a playlist that he made of all his Backrooms videos.
So if you guys want more Backrooms footage and lore and whatever, just go. You guys should go watch that if you're fully invested in it.
Yeah. Sorry, there's not a lot of diet. Oh, shut up.
But yeah, bro. Genuinely, I love this movie. I want to go see it again. Horror movies are already going for 2 for 2.
2 for
this
2.
year.
Yeah.
Can't wait for.
And there's is there another one coming out this year? Yeah, the Clayface.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
3 for 3. I like big horror movies. There's
Mhm.
other small ones that are going to be coming out that you probably won't see. But.
Yeah. Also, random side note: this is the first time in my whole life I've ever been ID'd at a movie. Dude, our hometown movie theater,
Like
we
never.
we go in there all
way
the
before
time.
we were of age. I was seeing already movies, and they never
Yeah, I
were
was
like.
seeing R-rated movies all the time.
Yeah, and they weren't like, "How old are you guys?"
Yeah, that was weird. The Backrooms isn't even that like.
I mean, it's rated R.
Yeah, I don't know. And I liked, and then another thing to top it all off, I just liked the ending of this therapist's still life of her sitting in the
of her
same
being
room.
born
Because
because the
it's-
Backrooms remembering her.
Yeah, because it's just like you said, they literally are trying to make it as fast as possible. Because that scene just happened, and she's already in that building, in that room where she's getting
and
investigated.
she's tied up
and-
on the chair. And
yes, and she's
yep.
like, oh, it's giving me goosebumps just even thinking.
And like the idea, the more I've been watching it, is actually this is one of like the rare things on horror that's like I wouldn't say scare me, but kind of freaking me out a bit. Especially his YouTube stuff, bro.
Mhm. I'd have to watch it. But dude, the movie overall did an amazing job. I think. What's his name again?
Kane Parson.
Kane
But his
Parson did
YouTube
an
is
amazing
Kane
job.
Pixels.
Yeah, dude. The
Popcorn
way
and
he's
Pixels?
trying to copy us.
I
bro.
know.
But I think generally he's doing an amazing job, and he did an amazing job.
You know those like Attack on Titan videos where it's like in the real world? Have you seen those like edits where it's like they're like it like looks like it's in our history? Have you not?
Oh yeah.
He made that.
What?
Yep, that's
The Attack on
him.
Titan
Yep,
one?
Yep, he made that.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And he has other horror
like
things.
the pictures he made. The
Yes, and that
pictures?
video of it, like that he made that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
know,
that.
I know.
I love Attack on Titan.
And
man.
he has a bunch of other short like horror stories, like a bunch of them that he's made. A lot of them are found footage. He has ones in like video games, dude. And also another cool thing, I just gotta glaze this guy. He's 20. He's doing
He's
an amazing
amazing.
job. In all of his found footage on YouTube, they're 3D rendering. So he used CGI to make all of those backrooms on YouTube, and you can barely tell.
That's cool, bro.
So like the first one he made when he was like 15, it's a 10-minute short film, and everything in that after the guy no clips, he completely rendered with 3D models by himself, and he made the soundtracks in in the videos. Dude,
He's
he is
going places,
so
bro.
talented.
He's going
bro.
places, bro.
Dude, I'm like glazing the guy, and I don't even know him, bro.
Yeah, bro. He's doing amazing work, bro.
Yep.
He's genuinely. I just cannot. I hope maybe I think he'd even do good outside of horror, dude. But I think horror
Horror
he'd
is
definitely
his
be.
thing,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. But I just want to see him in more projects, bro. I genuinely loved this movie. I would generally go like I'm literally recommending it to all of our friends right now.
Me
I'm telling
too.
everyone to go see it because it's genuinely so good. And I'm telling everyone if you don't understand it, just watch one. It takes like 1 or 2 videos and you get the whole thing. Like it's so weird because like a whole movie you're so confused about takes like 5 minutes max. To
And it's because
explain.
like a lot of these people know what the Backrooms
Yeah.
is, and like going in blind, I think affected us.
Yeah.
And that could be a critique that it's made. He said it was made with the intention of being like
I
beginner
low-key
friendly.
think I would have liked it better going in not knowing nothing.
No,
than if I
because then
know
it made me
everything.
obsessed with the Backrooms.
Yes.
And we both went in not knowing anything.
Mhm.
So
I think it grabbed our attention more because we just wanted to know more.
Yeah.
If we knew the lore, it'd be like, yeah, they did a good job. But the fact that we didn't know, like,
and
what did
we
that
actually
mean?
and the fact that we actually took time to like check it out instead of just throwing it off as a bad movie too.
Yes, that's important. Like, oh, just like Obsession, man. I love that movie too. I'm
That-
obsessed
and that
with
one-
it.
I think he's obsessed with it. No, and that movie had so much to hide too, and the fact that horror is being dominated by two 20-year-olds who make YouTube videos.
And that's
That
the-
could be us,
And
bro.
that's the same thing. Just like Obsession, we knew it explained the movie perfectly, but there was still so much to unwrap.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, and I'm still finding things out
What
weeks
me too.
later.
Which one would you say was scarier for you?
Backrooms was scarier, but
I
like,
don't think it was like scary. I didn't like, but I thought it was like enough to be like, ooh, that's freaky.
yeah, when it comes to like, I don't know. After both movie theater experiences, it took me a couple days to like be comfortable in my house in the dark, bro. And I'm still like in the backrooms. I'm still like looking.
And when
around,
we were
like,
filming our intro, bro, dude, guys, a little funny thing when we were filming our intro, we were like getting ready to do it, and the light, because where we filmed it, there's like a timer for the light, and we're like getting ready to film it, and like
It
here you
shut
go,
off.
here you go, and I was like, ugh, because the light turned off, and I got so scared.
we're just freaking ourselves out, dude. But I genuinely, I don't know. Okay, Backrooms was scarier, but
You like Obsession?
Obsession left me with like a worse gut feeling at the end
yeah,
of it.
me too, especially with how messed up Obsession ended, bro.
Yeah,
That poor girl, bro.
For real. That's such an amazing movie. But yeah, loved this movie. Go watch it. Please go watch it. It's amazing. Go deep dive if you're really interested, and it's just amazing.
Really quick, the same guy who made Obsession, he has a short film on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
a horror one. It's called
You told me about that.
Milk and Cereal.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I want to watch it.
Yeah, we should watch it. We should do a little reaction to it.
Because dude, I love YouTube is such a good medium. For how much this guy
Small-
freaking hates it.
Small creators like who
I'll
make
get it.
good things are like one of my favorite things, dude.
Us.
It's gonna be us, man. We want to start making like stuff like that too, bro. It's gonna take a while, but we're gonna most likely make it happen, and I'm excited, dude. But yeah, is all you have to
That
say,
is
bro? All
say,
you have to
yeah.
unwrap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would just say go see this movie.
Yeah, go see it. Make sure to please just deep dive into it. It's amazing. It'll make you just think about it all. I've been thinking about this movie constantly since I saw it. It's just grabbed my attention so much. Generally, one of my favorite movies that I've seen so far this year. But yes, bro.
Alright.
I give it like a 9.
I give it 8.5.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for watching. We
God
hope-
loves you.
God
I'm
love
sorry.
you. Jesus
Jesus
loves
loves
you.
you.
Please tune in next week. We'll see you guys in the next one.